The options clearly traded at a level that we have not seen for a recent IPO since back with Facebook. And I think that's indicative of participation from the retail community. I think the real question, I think, Andrew, you asked the question to Vlad and the Robinhood management team a few weeks back, is do you want to be a meme stock? And I think ultimately that has to be the question that needs to be addressed here in the moment. If they don't, the immediate strategy has to be ways to figure out raising more capital, taking advantage of the price appreciation, whether that's through a secondary or other form of raising capital. That's the way to defeat being this meme stock. Because, Andrew, I don't think they want to be a meme stock, because what that ultimately is going to do is discourage institutional investors, and it's going to take the object, the attention, away from the true fundamentals of the company, and it's all about volatility.
So you think that the answer is not to say we don't want to be a meme stock, is to say we don't want to be a meme stock because we are basically going to fleece you, the investors who don't understand what's happening. Is that how that's the way you do this?
I think you have to do that if you're looking towards the long-term future. You're not just thinking about, the next 6 to 12 minutes. You're thinking about where do we want the business to be in the next 12 to 36 months? Do we want to be considered similar to the NASDAQ or Interactive Brokers or the ICE exchange? And I think the answer to that, without question, is yes. So you have to defeat that short-term mentality. You have to dampen the volatility, and you have to bring the spotlight back on the pure fundamentals of the company, which aren't so bad.
Kevin, I want to come to you in one sec, but I want to follow up with Joe on this. But to do that, you have to effectively take advantage, perhaps, of your own customers, right? That's what you have to do. And the question is, that's a very difficult dance.
It is to a certain extent, but did they leave after GameStop? Because you would have thought that you would have seen the active users begin to decline. They actually grew the active users in the wake of the GameStop debacle. So I'm not necessarily sure if you're going to see your customers flee with that type of what I think is prudent management. Yeah, I mean, you might disagree, but
yep.
why would you want to be a meme stock, Andrew? That makes no sense to me.
Look, it depends. There are arguments to become a meme stock if you can eventually take advantage of the stock price at an even higher price. Kevin, I want to talk to you about the broader markets. Do you want to weigh, though, in on this issue of Robinhood?
Joe and I talked about this a little bit off the record yesterday, and I appreciate what he's saying, but I think you've got to be very careful. And, Andrew, I agree with you. If your client base is based on this meme theme, I certainly think you don't want to alienate that client base. So it's a fine road that you have to walk if you're Robinhood, and I'm excited to see how it plays out.